What's up, y'all? I'm back. I'm back again with another video. So today we will be reviewing Love After Lockup. The title of this episode is Sugar Daddy or Boyfriend. Could you guess who they're talking about? That's right, Stan. Stan the man. The oldest gentleman on the show. He says he's the sugar daddy and the boyfriend. But let's start from the beginning. First things first, let me go ahead and have you guys subscribe so that you don't miss a review. I'm reviewing the whole season, okay? Go ahead and like the video because you know you're going to like it. And comment what you thought of tonight's episode. It was crazy. Crazy, but as to be expected. So we start off, we see Stan. And Stan is waiting on Lisa, honey. Stan the man. He's eating grapes and cheese, and he talks about how his wife passed and how he's been lonely ever since. Stan is like the cat lady, but a man. So he has a couple cats running around, and they all over his cheese and crackers and apples, whatever he was eating. Child, he was trying to be fancy with a robe on, eating cheese and crackers and whatnot. And the cats was all around the food. I don't like that. That's not hygienic to me. I'm sorry. He got his toupee on. He got his robe. Now, if that's his hair, it might not be a toupee. I'll be looking at it. It might not be a toupee. But if it is his hair, forgive me. And that man got a head full of hair to be his age. But, I mean, how often does that happen? So Lisa calls. And she says, she's ready to do some weird stuff. Some weird stuff down in the basement like last time. What was y'all doing in the basement? You know what? Never mind. We don't want to hear it. It's gross. We don't want to know. She's like, I'm ready to do what we did in the basement. Ugh, why was y'all in the basement? Child. Lisa keeps saying that she's hit now. She keeps saying, I look like a boy. I look hit. You're not going to like me. Yeah. Child. And Lisa want to meet the kids. And Stan the man is like, my kids don't like nobody. They're not going to like you. So don't even worry about it, sis. Stan said that Lisa and his kids are about the same age. So why would they like her? She's obviously using him and she's about to wring him dry, child. And when I say wring him dry, I mean wring him dry because he said when he dies, his kids are going to get $500,000 apiece and he's leaving Lisa 500 G's. Child, you think Lisa ain't about to stick around till this man go away, child? Lisa done hit the jackpot. Period. She hit it. Now we see Dante and Nicole. Lil Dante. I'm going to start calling him Lil Dante. So Lil Dante is looking in the mirror, flexing his muscles, looking skinny, per usual. But his J's was fresh. No cap. I want them J's, Dante. You scrawny, but the J's, I like them, okay? He was hitting push-ups. He's like, yeah, my girl getting out today. She getting out today. This had to be early in the morning, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. He hitting push-ups. He is so excited for Miss Nicole. So he's trying to clap them cheeks. That's what he keeps talking about. He's ready to clap them cheeks. That's what he want to do. So he's nervous. As he's driving, he's like a little kid in a candy store, right? He's so nervous. He's like, I got the bubble guts. I'm probably jump in her arms. Yeah, I'm sure you will because the way you acting like the female. You gonna jump in her arms? Okay. Dante, he's about to get played like a fiddle. I'm sorry to say it because he seems like a nice guy. And he's just about to get played. It is what it is. But everybody needs love. He put himself in this predicament. So, you would just tell Dante wants to be loved badly. It's all over his face, all over his gestures. He's just like a kid in a candy store. You wouldn't even think this man is almost 30 years old. He was so anxious. He was making me anxious. Just looking at him. I'm like, dang, is she coming? Like, is she going to come through my door? He looks so excited, rubbing his hands together, standing outside. And child, we need a commercial. So then when we come back, We see Josh and Courtney waiting on Josh behind us, the stone outside. Remember I told y'all last review that she was outside with a pickle suit on? Child, she's still out there. Child, behind the stone, baby. Josh walks up behind her, kisses her, hugs her, tears, all of that, whatnot. At first, I thought he understood the pickle reference, right? But actually, no, he didn't understand it because he was like, why you got a pickle suit on? I thought you knew. I'm looking at you like you should know, Josh. Child, he was confused too. But he knows Courtney's humor, so he wasn't too put off by it. Josh seems smitten with Courtney. You could tell he got a little butterflies when he seen her. So that's good to know. It's good to know he wasn't just like strictly using her while he was in the pen. As of yet. That hasn't come to light. So he seems like he likes her, which is a good sign because I like Courtney. He was buffer in the pictures that they showed though. Like he had muscles. I was expecting him to come out buff as you know, buff. Ready to pick up and all that. He wasn't that buff. The pictures they showed, he looked like that's all he was doing in there. But you know, I don't know. Maybe they went away before he got out. He says that he's going to quarantine 14 days with Courtney. But then he has to go to his cousin's house. Because remember, I told y'all on the last review that Courtney is on probation as well. She did 60 days in the pen and 2 years probation for dealing with Josh. So I don't know how they're going to work that out, but I hope they work it out. Then we see Rachel and Doug. Doug calls Rachel, cursing, and he seems controlling. I ain't really feeling Doug. He's controlling. I wouldn't have picked up because he just crabby. He's like, why you didn't do this? Why you didn't click? Goodbye. You're in the pen. Don't be calling me, yelling at me. I'm out here dealing with real life struggle. Don't do it. Hung up in his face. Rachel says Doug's longest time out of jail was 40 days. First thing I thought of was, when did he make his son? And second thing I thought of was, he's a jailbird. That's where he likes to be. Any dude that keep going in and out of the jail, baby, that's where he want to be. Either he got a little friend up in there, or he just don't know how to deal with the outside life of paying bills and the daily stresses that we all go through. So it's one or the other, because 40 days ain't nothing. Rachel is meeting her mom at a restaurant to basically talk about what's going to go on Thursday. You know, Doug's getting out, whoop, whoop, whoop. So Rachel's mom brings up that Rachel has been married before to a jailbird, right? And he was on heroin. So, of course, that didn't work out. And mom thinks that it's going to be the same thing this time around as well. She has no faith in Doug. She don't think Doug going to do right. And mommy knows best because it's not looking good for Doug and Rachel at all. Rachel tells her mom that she spent about 30 G's on this jailbird since he been in jail. And she gonna say, you can't take the money to the grave. Okay, we know that. But why are we giving it to somebody who chose to be locked up? 30 G's? I'm about to deal with her. I'm not about to deal with Rachel. Doug told her he uses women for money. He told her that. He was like, yeah, in the past, you know, I had to do what I had to do. Had to use a woman, get me some coins. But you different. I ain't gonna use you. Use me and you play out to the end. Yeah, right. It's not looking good for Rachel. I mean, I want the best for everybody, but child, ain't looking good at all. We see Courtney and Josh, okay? They're together. Josh is the first one out. Josh been locked up for 11 years. That's crazy. He's ready to eat like I would be. And it wouldn't be no baloney Like Doug was talking about, child. He going to a restaurant, burger and fries. That's exactly what I want. Or some tacos or something. He's like, prison food wasn't hitting on nothing. I'm ready to eat. Josh is also ready to clap them cheeks. He ready. So he says that he might not remember what to do. And child, you will. Don't even worry about it, Josh. And he's a reborn version. That's cute, okay? He says that all that he had in prison was phone sex, but he knew that other people were listening, so it was a little awkward. And I kind of always wonder, like, how do they even have phone sex? Child, I done already said sex, but whatever. How do they do that? You can't do it in private. Obviously, someone's listening. I don't know. But he's like, yeah, they do be listening. But you could just tell that Josh and Courtney have a good chemistry naturally. They naturally seem to be attracted to each other. So that's a good sign. It's looking okay for Courtney and Josh. Now, if Josh could just hit the ground running, get a job, do all that, it'll be looking real good for them, okay? Courtney says, do it. Do me. That's how the scene ends. That's what she says. And the camera goes down, child, and they was kissing, so y'all already know what time it is. Courtney's ready to get the cheeks clapped it. She's ready for that. So then we see Brittany. She's with Ray. Child. Let me take a deep breath. Hold on. Brittany, she's going to see her family. And she says it's her dad's birthday, so she's going to go over there and spend some time with the fam. What I got from this whole scene is Brittany's family, they just want the best for her. It's obvious. She deserves the best. That's why I had to take a deep breath, because I just feel like Brittany can do so much better. Like, I just want to tell her, like, you can do better, sis. I mean, not to say that Ray is a bad guy, but come on, man. Like, you could do better. But, okay. So, she's talking to her family, and her daddy says that he wants coins for his birthday. That's what he wants. He said men like money too. I know that's right, Daddy. Break him off some coins. So Brittany starts talking, and she says that she has a boyfriend, and they've been dating about 9 months, and he's in jail. 3 bombs on him. Boom, boom, boom. Boyfriend, 9 months, jail. I was like, Brittany, no. Mom is astounded. She has a look of astounded on her face. We go to commercial, we come back. Brittany's family is very disappointed. You could just tell everybody's looking like, what? They look stressed, honestly. A lot of hands on foreheads. A lot of stressed outness. Brittany said that the last guy that she dated was physically abusive. That made me sad for her. And she was ashamed to even tell anybody, because she couldn't believe herself that she was sticking around and dealing with that. I understand where you're coming from, girl. That's a hard situation to deal with. But yeah, Brittany says that Ray will be different. I hope he is. We don't know, but I hope. Her mom says that she doesn't even want to meet him, because she just feels like he needs to bring something to the table. And I completely agree. She's just like, I don't want to meet him until he's somewhat stable. I mean, a job. I mean, something to even get the conversation going, because right now all he's bringing to the table is his record. I completely agree. Like, Brittany, she has 2 jobs, her own car, her own house. You don't need to be settling. You could do better. Very much so better. You're a pretty girl and you got yourself together. Brittany tells her family that that Ray has to go to a halfway house, and then he's going to go to his cousin's house or his father's house, something like that. But Brittany said that she lied, child. He come to her crib. I mean, it really ain't their business. You ain't got to tell them everything, but why even bring it up? It was like she was just blurting out information just to lie. They ain't asked you that. I wouldn't have said nothing. We see Dante, and Dante said he's standing outside the jail now. Dante says that people riding by looking at him crazy. Sir, it's because you look crazy. You standing outside a woman's prison, rubbing your hands together. Your J's are fresh. Looking, pacing back and forth, looking crazy. Looking overexcited for a jailbird. That's why they're looking at you, Dante. Nicole comes out switching. Yes, Nicole, for your yellow shirt and your blue jeans. Yes. They hug passionately, kiss, and after he kissed her, he looked like he had kissed a snowman. It was powder on his nose. Nicole's of Caucasian descent, so that's why, and Dante's of African American descent, so that's why it looked like he kissed a little snowman on his nose. Dante's extremely excited. He says that there's nothing I won't do for you, baby. Nicole says, "Ditto." Not me either. Me too, baby. I love you. My sis hit him with the ditto. Ditto, buddy. This about to be a mess. Nicole says at 16 she was wilding out and on Xanax. So somehow after that her life basically spiraled out of hand, and ever since then she's been in trouble. She's basically just like giving us a little bit of her backstory, but I think Nicole might be okay as long as she can stay out of trouble. Dante, he brought some wine and some wine glasses, and they toast to being together finally. But something is just off. I can't put my finger on it yet, but I know something is off with them. Mainly her. I want her to like Dante. Like, I really do. Because I want Dante to be okay, but I just like... I don't know. She got something up her little sleeve. So Dante is holding Nicole, and he's basically like, he's ready to swirl. Okay? He's ready to clap them cheeks, baby. He's ready. He is hyperventilating. He's ready to go. He said it's been a year and a half. Let's go. He's ready to go, right? Nicole's like, I ain't giving up no cheeks. I don't know. I'll think about it. Nicole is playing games. Remember what I said. What day is it? June 25th, 2020. I said she's playing games. Now, what kind of game she playing? I don't know. But she's playing something. My sis, oh, and I almost skipped over the best part. Dante put a couple bands in her hand. Dante said bands will make her dance. Bands will make her dance. That's what he said. And it had to be about at least 3,000 in that little envelope he gave her. I said, Lord, where can I find a Dante? No, let me stop. So then then we see Stan, and he's driving slow, child. He driving down the highway. He about to get blown off the road. You don't know he 80. He just trying to drive. They're about to blow him off the road. Stan said, these crazy drivers. No, Stan, you need to move. Because I'm one of the crazy drivers. So we ain't got time for nobody driving slow in front of us. Lisa says that she's been working out 2 times a day. This is Stan's woman now. She's been working out 2 times a day. Sure. Ain't nobody doing all that, child. But she lost some hair in a fight. So Stan decides to get her a wig. Wiggy. Get her a wig. I would be offended, but maybe she won't be. Stan goes to a wig store, and the lady at the wig store who was helping him, wig was laid. I was like, dang, sis. Melted into her scalp. Blonde, too. I was like, okay, then. That's what you doing? Well, go on, help Stan out, because he looking for a wig, baby. Stan said he likes nice, long, luxurious, blonde hair. Great. So you're going to get your girl a wig? Anyway, Stan is reminiscing on previously clapping Lisa's cheeks. So he's like, yeah, I hope she can keep up with me. Anybody could keep up with you, Stan. I don't think you Energizer Bunny. I think Stan lives in a bit of delusion, but it's fun to watch. Um, so Stan buy these wigs and they add up to 1,300. I need a stand too, cause they tricking. It ain't tricking if you got it. How they tricking? The lady with the good wig at the store that was helping him said, "Are you a sugar daddy or a boyfriend?" And there we have it, the title of the episode. Stan says, "I'm both." I hear that, Stan. Stan said, "I'm everything. What you need?" Stan is funny. Child, Lisa called when Stan at the wig shop, buying her $1,300 worth of wigs that she ain't even asked for, and tells him that my brother was on a high-speed chase and his bond is 30,000 and can you help him out, babe? Stan was like, I don't know. Stan goes on to tell us about Lisa's family and how she comes from a long line of jailbirds. Stan explains how Lisa's father was a murderer and she has a couple brothers that keep getting in and out of trouble, and he doesn't want to pay the bond, basically. Lisa goes on and says that she's been to jail 7 times, and sometimes it just takes a couple times for someone to get it right. Or you could be like majority of America and just not go to jail at all. But what do I know? I'm just a reviewer. It sounds rough. That whole situation, Lisa, Stan, her family, sounds rough. So y'all know the little thing on the phone when you call an inmate, you have 1 minute left on the call. That's what came on, and Stan was like, all right, babe, gotta go. Clicked and hung up in his face. He was like, I'm not paying no deep bond. I'm not paying no Nick. I ain't paying. I'm here for you. I'm trying to get your cat. I'm trying to play with your cat. I'm tired of playing with the cats at home. Stan said, nah, I'm tricking, but I ain't tricking for your brothers. I'm tricking for you. I said, come on, Stan. You know the game a little bit. Stan hung up too quick. And that's how the episode ended. If you enjoyed the review, go ahead and give me a like. If you are not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, honey, so you don't miss any more of my reviews. And go ahead and comment what you thought of tonight's episode. Baby, it was crazy. These people are crazy, but it's entertaining to watch. I will see you on my next video. Ta-ta.